Good afternoon, students. Today we will start with rate law for a chemical reaction. Now in the previous class we have already discussed about the law of mass action for a chemical reaction. Now the law of mass action is only a theoretical concept and it considers the chemical reaction proceeding in a single step represented by the stoichiometric equation. Now what happens in some cases, the experimentally determined reaction rate comes out to be different from the rate predicted from the law of mass action. Now suppose, let us consider a reaction like this, 2NO2 plus F2 giving rise to 2NO2F. Now, if we are going to write the rate expression for this very reaction, considering law of mass action, so according to law of mass action, the rate expression is rate is equal to rate constant into concentration of NO2 to the power 2 into concentration of F2 to the power 1. Now why we have put these powers as 2 and 1 respectively? This is simply because of the reason that the stoichiometric coefficient of NO2 is 2 and the stoichiometric coefficient of F2 is 1. For that very reason. Now why we have put this? Because we have considered this is the overall reaction and we are supposing that the reaction takes place in this single step only. But if we have a look at the actual mechanism of the reaction, it proceeds in this manner. Okay, so I am writing here the first step of the mechanism. So NO2 reacts with F2 giving rise to NO2F and a nascent fluorine F. Now in the next step, in the second step, what happens? NO2 further reacts with F giving rise to NO2F. Now here, if we consider the first reaction is a slow step and the second one is a fast one. Now whenever we look at the mechanism and we see that it is consisting of more than one step, okay, so always remember that we must focus on the slow step because slow step is only the rate determining step. Okay, now if we have a look at the slow step, that is the first step. So here, what is the coefficient of NO2? It is 1. What is the coefficient of F2? It is also 1. So how we should specify the rate expression? So rate is equal to rate constant into concentration of NO2 to the power 1 into concentration of F2 to the power 1. So here the powers are 1 and 1 respectively for NO2 and F2. But when we have considered the law of mass action, there the power of NO2 was 2 and F2 was 1. Now, because what happens in the law of mass action? Law of mass action states that the rate of a reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of the reactants raised to a power which is equal to their stoichiometric coefficient. But rate law does not specify that. Rate law is more practical. Okay, so rate law says that the rate of a reaction is directly proportional to the molar concentration of the reactants raised to a power which is equal to the order of the reaction. So here we come across a term order. Okay, so what order means? Order is actually a number which is an experimentally determined quantity. So we are going to explain about this order elaborately later. Now let us first write the rate law. So rate law states that rate of a reaction is directly proportional to the molar concentration of the reactants raised to a power which is equal to the order of the reaction. Okay. Now order is always an experimentally determined quantity. Okay. Now let us discuss something about the order. So order of a reaction. Now let us consider a general reaction. Again, X moles of A reacts with Y moles of B, that reacts with Z moles of C, giving rise to products. So here the coefficients of A, B and C are X, Y and Z respectively. Now if we write the rate expression from rate law, suppose we are writing a rate is equal to rate constant into concentration of A to the power m into concentration of B to the power n into concentration of C to the power p. So that means what? Here the coefficients of A, B and C were X, Y and Z respectively. But what is the power to which A is raised? It is m. What is the power to which B is raised? It is n. And what's the power to which C is raised? It is p. So here m, n and p, they are not the stoichiometric coefficients, but they are the actual coefficients. Okay. So actual coefficients means these are some values which depends upon the actual mechanism of the reaction. Okay. So these are the actual data. They are not strictly the coefficients. Okay. So how can we define order? So we can define order like this. Order of a reaction is the sum of the coefficients of the reacting species, that means the reactants, is the sum of the coefficients of the reacting species involved in a rate equation. Okay. Order is actually an experimentally determined factor. Okay. So here m, n and p are not equal to x, y and z. Okay. As we have seen in the previous example, the formation of NO2F from NO2 and F2. So there, how we are getting the values of the orders? We are getting the values of the orders which were 1 for NO2 and 1 for F2. That was from the mechanism. The mechanism was having a series of steps and we have considered the slowest step there. So here it's not necessary that order cannot become equal to the coefficients. It may become equal to the coefficient, but it is not always equal to the coefficient. Okay, accidentally it may become equal to the coefficient, but it's not necessary that it is equal to the coefficient. So it is an experimentally determined quantity. Until and unless we know the mechanism of the reaction, we cannot determine the order, right? And always remember, order can be a positive value, it can be a negative value, it can even be zero, it can be fractional, those can be whole numbers. Okay, there is no such restriction that order will have these specific values. So order can have any value. Okay, so what we can see here, what is the order with respect to A? Order with respect to A is m. What is the order with respect to B? It is n. What is the order with respect to C? It is P. And what is the overall order? If we specify here, what is the overall order? The overall order is nothing but m plus n plus p. Okay, why? Because order of the reaction is the sum of the coefficients of the reacting species. So reacting species are A, B and C. Okay, so overall order is the sum of the coefficients, means here what is the power? M, N and P. And order with respect to individual reactants, that means with respect to A it is M, again I am repeating, with respect to B it is N, and with respect to C it is P. Okay, thank you.